Hey guys. Alright, so I've been tagged again by Terry King asking about garden disasters. Yeah, I mean, if you've watched any of my videos, everything goes exactly according to plan. I mean, in a way, Terry, I feel like you're kind of trying to test me on this.
A census taker once tried to test me. I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
That's okay. I went back through some videos and pretty sure I have an interesting clip here for you. Enjoy. Here's some more fails right here. So I go inside and everything's 20 degrees in there. That water was probably about 2 degrees coming out of those barrels, and I walked in. Oh, these are dry. Doot, 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 doot. They didn't care for it. These were cabbages. I've already planted some more seeds because, I mean, I killed almost all of them. And these are just the ones that I brought out. Like there's a couple or 3 trays worth that are done. Oh, here's more mint. Good Lord, that is just the bane of this front yard here. I love mint, but I have so many mint plants, and I should never have planted it in the ground. Look at you, you little bugger. You leave just a little bit, like this is gonna turn into... Well, that's like at least 2 mint plants, obviously. Right? He was bombing off of there. Oh, invasive. Awesome plant, but this should not be in my garden. In the ground, anyway. The pear tree is going to be gone. Well, not gone. That's not accurate. It's going to get hard pruned. Well, this is a honeysuckle. And, if you get somebody over to your house that, you're not necessarily overly fond of, you can go ahead and give them one of those berries to eat. And they won't get that taste out of their mouth for the better part of a day. I thought it was edible. You go put honey in a name and tell me it's not edible. Damn it. Can't research everything. This was a Saskatoon. And for whatever reason, they were a bit bigger than this last year. They died back. Everything slowly got kind of yellowy black, and then just whatever. That one clearly didn't make it. This was sort of my first little sowing of carrots. And unfortunately, one of my cats, whenever I pull the mulch back and set up a bed, right, it's just all nice dirt. That's prime. I need to roll in that type territory. So, after 4 or 5 times of that, that's what a fairly even sowing gave me. You know what? I don't know. I don't even know what to say. This was the leek bed that I painstakingly did in the British tradition of using a dibber, or when the wind blows down your teepee and it breaks the poles, you could use that as well. And you make a hole, and as far down as you want your white part on your leek, and then you pop it in there, and then my neighbor or my friend's dog comes over and dances through this. So I had to redo it. So I used all my strongest ones, right? I redo it, just whatever, a couple of days ago. There's the leavings from what I had left. So I popped everything in there, and whatever. One of the cats, somebody, whatever. Nature's telling me that I don't need leeks this year, apparently. Super disappointed in my beans this year. My beans and my peas, the germination, absolutely crud. Just ridiculous. These were put every 4 to 6 inches. I always grow them up the fence. I mean, it's only the 7th or 8th of June, so I'm going to pop in some more. Again, peas all along the back, but not really, so I'm going to reseed that today. Oh, spaghetti squash did not like that at all. I might as well just pull you off right now, buddy. Arrgh. Swiss chard got hammered. Swiss chard, Swiss cheese, Swiss chard cheese, Swiss chard cheese. No, horseradish doesn't like hail. Onions hate hail. Well, disappointment has struck yet again. Scabbier than scabbier. Huh? That's not a very optimistic return out of there. So, I've been thinking about it all day. So that was epic. That was epic in its lack of success. Oh, see, scabby again. Color me disappointed. These are the Norlands. I mean, they all look like they'd be like a half decent new potato size, you know. Like, I don't think there's anything overly wrong with that. Besides, now you gotta peel the dang thing. And I know that'll be my job because that's not all that much fun. Here's the mint that I was 100% sure that I dug everything out when I dug it out 3 times. I'm extremely accurate, if nothing else. Not very happy with the edamame beans. These were planted a while ago. Like, it had to have been around like our last frost date. This was my poor pear tree that I cut down. Another one up front that about the same, except for there's more stuff growing around it. More spuds. One of these, I'm telling you, one of these. I'll do the entire thing in a British accent, but I won't know until it's done. Damn it! Alright, haven't shown you guys my backyard in a while. That means there's probably a few reasons for that. I don't even know what to say about these. They're okay. I mean, you gotta understand, I planted those by seed probably, I don't know, second week of May. So you can see why I'm relatively underwhelmed by those. The next sowing I did was about a month later. So, again, just nothing to get overly excited about. I mean, I like them pickling size anyway, but that's a little ridiculous. And, I mean, these are parsnips. And these have been in since, May-ish. Alright, now the game plan for this, I planted from the far end of the bed to about here. I had cucumber starts that I started in the garage. So I planted those there with the intent of those covering the entire fence. From here over, I planted cucumber seeds out of the pack. And 2 of those turned out to be squash. And I think that is the only other specimen that came up. And that's as tall as it got. So my dreams of having this back fence covered shattered this year. These beds here are notorious for getting grass pressure from the city land. So I don't know why I thought it'd be a good idea to plant my 3 clumps of sweetgrass in here. Because after about 2 months, I couldn't tell what was grass and what was grass. Oh, another disappointment, just to share. Every year I plant beans all the way along the fence. And every year you can't see out of here. It's just cool. And I planted beans twice. That's about all that managed to live right there on this entire side, and the other fence is no better. Sweet peas don't do very well in pots. Clearly their root system needs to be accessed a little bit more than what I'm giving them there. Those have been in for 2.5, 3 months. None of the, oh, there you go. There's a specimen of my beans. And again, planted twice. First time came up like absolute crap, and then the second time, the hail got them. This is the only bean plant, Scarlet Runner, that did worth anything, and there's 1, 2, and I planted them about every 4 inches in there. So it was just not a bean year. Alright, well, whatever. I hope you enjoyed that. You get the good, the bad, the ugly, you get whatever. What you see is what you get. So if you enjoy it, then that's great. Thank you very much, Terry. I appreciate the depressing look back on my year. But at the end of this, okay, it is March 13th. It's my 1-year anniversary of posting videos on YouTube, and it's my 100th vid. So that's kind of cool. But I got to show you real quick what I saw today. I don't know if those are daffodils, crocuses, tulips. Something's trying to come up over there. Spring is starting to come to my area. Hallelujah. Finally. Now, it's still 2 months until the last frost date, but Come on. Stuff growing is better than not growing. Am I right? All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.